Abraham waited 25 years for this boy. 25 years. God promised him a son when he was 75 years old. He didn't get one until he was 100. His wife Sarah was 90. The whole world said it was impossible. They laughed. Even Sarah laughed. But God kept his promise. Isaac was born. The name means he laughs, because the thing that seemed like a joke became the thing that gave them joy. Abraham loved that boy in a way that only a man who waited a lifetime for something can love it. He watched him take his first steps, heard his first words, taught him to build a fire, taught him to tend sheep. Every single day with Isaac was a gift he never thought he'd receive. Isaac was around 12 when it happened, old enough to carry wood, old enough to ask real questions, young enough to still reach for his father's hand when they walked. One night, after Isaac was asleep, God spoke to Abraham, and what he said destroyed him. Abraham, here I am. Take your son, your only son, Isaac, the one you love. Go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain I will show you. Read that again. Take your son, your only son, the one you love. God didn't say, take a lamb. He didn't say, take an offering. He said, take Isaac, kill him, burn him on an altar. The Bible doesn't tell us what Abraham did that night. It doesn't say he argued. It doesn't say he cried. It doesn't say he asked why. It just says the next morning he got up early, cut wood for the offering, saddled his donkey, took Isaac and 2 servants, and left. Think about that morning. Abraham waking up before dawn, quietly cutting wood, each piece of wood that would burn his own son's body, loading the donkey while Isaac slept, then waking the boy up. Come on, son, we're going to worship God. Isaac smiled. He always loved going with his father. He had no idea what was coming. He grabbed his things and walked beside Abraham, talking and laughing the way a 12-year-old does. They walked for 3 days. 3 days of Isaac holding his father's hand. 3 days of Isaac telling stories and asking questions. 3 days of Abraham looking at his son's face, knowing what was waiting on that mountain. 3 days of carrying the worst secret a father has ever carried. On the 3rd day, Abraham looked up and saw the mountain in the distance. He told the servants to stay behind. The boy and I will go up there and worship, and we will come back. We will come back, both of us. Abraham said those words out loud. Either he was lying to the servants, or somewhere deep inside, he believed God would find a way, even if he couldn't see it. He took the wood off the donkey and placed it on Isaac's back. The boy carried the wood for his own sacrifice up the mountain and didn't know it. Abraham carried the fire and the knife. They walked together, just the 2 of them, up the rocky path, the silence between them growing heavier with every step. Then Isaac spoke. Father? Yes, my son? I see the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the offering? The most devastating question in the Bible. A boy looking up at his father with complete trust, asking a question that should have shattered Abraham on the spot. Abraham looked at his son and said 7 words he had to force out of his mouth. God himself will provide the lamb, my son. They kept walking together. They reached the top. Abraham started building the altar, stone by stone. His hands were shaking. Isaac watched him. The boy was smart. He could count. 1 altar, wood, fire, no lamb. At some point, Isaac understood. The Bible doesn't tell us exactly when, but at some point, the boy looked at the altar, looked at the wood that was on his back, looked at what his father was holding, and he understood. Abraham took the wood off Isaac's back and arranged it on the altar. Then he turned to his son, and this is where the story breaks you. He placed his hands on Isaac's shoulders, the same hands that held the boy when he learned to walk, the same hands that reached for him in the dark when Isaac had nightmares. He looked into his son's eyes, and Isaac looked back. Isaac didn't run. A 12-year-old boy could have fought, could have screamed, could have sprinted down that mountain, but he didn't. He trusted his father. Even now, even standing in front of that altar, Abraham lifted his son and laid him down gently. Isaac looked up at his father's face, tears streaming down both of them. Neither spoke. What words exist for this moment? Abraham raised his hand toward the sky, his whole body trembling. His son lay beneath him. The boy he waited 25 years for. The boy God promised him. The boy whose name means laughter. He was about to go through with it. Then a voice from heaven, loud, urgent, cutting through the silence like thunder. Abraham! Then again, Abraham! He froze. "Here I am. Do not touch the boy. Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me." Abraham's arms stopped. His whole body began to shake, not from fear, from relief so overwhelming it nearly broke him on the spot. He collapsed over Isaac, sobbing, shaking, pulling the boy into his chest so tight Isaac could barely breathe. Isaac held his father back, two people on top of a mountain crying into each other, a father who almost lost everything, a son who never stopped trusting. Then Abraham heard something, a rustling in the bushes behind him. He turned around. A ram, caught by its horns in a thicket. It appeared from nowhere. God himself had provided the offering, exactly like Abraham told Isaac he would. He made the offering with the ram instead. The fire burned, the smoke rose, and Abraham named that place, "The Lord will provide," because on the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. This story is thousands of years old, and it still hits the same way every time. A father willing to give up the thing he loved most. A son who carried the wood for his own offering up a hill without knowing it.